again. Anyway, I suppose that means it wants me to record. Why is this toppling? Do you mind? Anyway, hi, welcome. I look like a bit of a mess. I'm not awake that long, in a sense, like up and on the go that long. I'm sitting in my pajamas, if you can't tell. It is December 30th at the moment. Of me recording this. It's not going to be a super long video. Just like, I just want to talk about the book club. But like my little book club that I have. Kind of give you a rundown of what I've read this year and what I'm planning for next year. So yeah. Again, I'm not really with it. I'm up, I've made the bed, I'm in my pajamas, I've cleaned up a little bit, I've had my breakfast, but yeah, that's about all I've done. I'm so tired still. I'm still half asleep here. Anyway, book club this year. I love that I set up a little book club on my Instagram page. I hate that I didn't do much with yous over here about it, because I did want to kind of do little reviews on books in videos like for yous, but I never did, and I hate that I didn't do that. So I'm gonna give you like a quick little rundown of what I've done, of what I've read this year, and kind of give you a little bit of a review, just a little bit. So to start off, obviously I had that Disney book advent thing last year that I opened, and there was like a load of like reading books, novellas, there was quote books, journals, all that kind of thing. I didn't use the journals. I didn't really like, but I did try to read, and I think I still have a few more there that I want to read, but the books are another day's issue. I am not dealing with them today, so I'm not. But I did read a few of them, and some of them were like really good, because they like really different to the actual story. But then there was other ones that stuck way too close to the main story and only changed like little bits of it. So they did, which I think if you're going to change up the story, change up the story. Don't leave it as it is and just like add one little extra thing in. I don't like that at all. I didn't like that. There was one or two that were like that, and I was like, like, I think the Little Mermaid one was completely different, and I think the Beauty and the Beast one was completely different. But there was a couple that were like, the Snow White one, I think it was, the only difference was Snow White had a bit of magic. That was it. So, like, I think she still ate the apple and everything. I can't really remember, but it wasn't great. So I kind of went off them for a while, and I tried a couple of other books. I went back to my Magpie Society, so there's two of them. The first one, amazing. Could not put it down. I think I've read it like 2 or 3 times now. Second one, by the way, them ones are by, the Magpie is by Zoe Sugg and Amy McLaughlin? No. I can't pronounce her last name, but I'll get into that now in a sec. Yeah, so the Magpie Society is one of my favourites to read, and I probably will read them again next year, because oh my god, they're just amazing. And the twist at the end, which I won't give away for anyone who hasn't read it, the twist at the end was mind-blowing. I remember me and Graham were going to see, I can't remember what we were going to see, but we're out in Liffey Valley going to the View, and I had the book with me for the bus journey. We ended up finishing up doing everything, including food and all, really quickly. Not meaning to, like, we took our time, and we still had ages before the movie, so we ended up sitting outside. So I decided to read the book because I was bored sitting there. And I got to the end, and Graham would even tell you, he's not here at the moment, he's gone out, but Graham would even tell you that I was like, oh my god, with the ending. So like, I want to read back over the books, because I want to see, did they put in any hints as to who the big bad was, because they don't tell you until the very, very end of the book. And I'm like, so I would love to read back over it to see if I can kind of pinpoint anything. But we'll see. So I might add that to my reading list again. I'm going to make up like a list of books next year. And then I tried reading The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Didn't really, like, it's good, but not my cup of tea either. Like, it's a very much, it's very Hallmark, very romance heavy based. And I love watching my Hallmark movies. Everyone will tell you I'm a Hallmark girly. I really am. But I don't think I can read it. I'm more of a fantasy, murder, mystery kind of gal when it comes to reading. I love a good mystery. Or a good kind of fantasy kind of thing. Like one book I got into years ago, can't remember the name of it, was all about like shape-shifting and everything. So, yeah, I don't think I can read a good romance at all. But anyhow, didn't get really into that. Tried the Skullduggery. That just overwhelmed me with the amount of books that there are. I think they're up to like 16, and I was like, no thank you. I can't. So I left that one. And I was trying to figure out what other books I wanted to read. I read one or two of my Ghost Twin books, which I haven't read. I got them for Christmas last year, and I grew up reading One Wish Pond like every couple of weeks, so I wanted to read the other ones. So I read One Wish Pond again, and I read the first one. Do I want to reread them again so I can actually read the whole series? Probably, yes. I probably will next year do that, because I want to get through that series pretty quickly. But the other ones I started to read was by Amy, who wrote Magpie Society, and they're called The Potion Diaries, and holy crap am I obsessed. The first book took me about a month to read, on and off, because I was so busy doing stuff, but I got it finished. The second book, I'm nearly halfway through already, and I bought it, when did I buy that? Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. And I'm halfway through. It took a very long time off from reading, because I was like, because of Christmas and everything, I was so busy that I just didn't do it. I just didn't have a chance or the energy to read. So I kind of stopped reading, but I went back to it like 2 or 3 days ago, and I'm nearly halfway through now. I have the third one bought and downloaded on my Kindle. So that's another thing. I'm actually reading on a Kindle instead of a book, out of an actual book now. And I'm obsessed with it. It's so much easier to read on a Kindle. You can control the brightness and everything, which means it's a lot easier on the eyes. If you don't understand a word, you can like click on it and it will like explain it to you. It gives you down the bottom like a little guide as to like how many pages are in the book and what page you're on, how long left in the book there is to read, how long in each chapter there is to read, stuff like that. It's absolutely amazing. I much prefer reading it on a Kindle. I have flown through nearly 2 books just reading on the Kindle. So that's why I want to go through all my books, get rid of loads, because I'm very much a Kindle girl now. Very much a Kindle girly. In the new year, I'm hoping to get a few accessories. Now, the accessories are not cheap at all, but I'm hoping to get a few accessories for the Kindle. I do have like a little tray that I got in Boots yesterday, which I was using last night, which was actually really handy. So it is. I quite like using it. But yeah, reading on a Kindle is so much better. But yeah, Potion Diaries. I am a book and a half through the 3-book series. I've already been looking at her other books, trying to figure out what other ones I want to read. And I have to say, she's definitely one of my favourite authors at the moment. Jacqueline Wilson is amazing. Darren Shan is amazing. Like the Darren Shan books are amazing. And like Jacqueline Wilson, they will always be my childhood books. As well as like Goosebumps and like Ghost Twins and all. But as an adult, as a 31-year-old adult, my favourite authors right now are Zoe Sugg and now your one Amy, because that obviously co-wrote Magpie Society, because I cannot put their books down. They have a writing style that suits me perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. So I'm delighted that I'm obsessed with her now. So she has like a load of different style books, but the ones I'm reading at the moment are modern day meets fantasy. So it's very much set in like the 21st century, like laptops and internet, social media, phones, all that jazz, but with like a fantasy twist of like kings, queens, princesses, alchemists, talentids, which are basically people who can use magic. There's like dragons, there's centaurs, there's all this kind of things, potions, all of everything. So it's very much a mix of modern day meets fantasy, and I am obsessed with that style because it's so much more relatable, so much more understandable. The characters are like kind of late teens, early 20s kind of age, so they're not like kids, but they're not full grown adults in a sense. Like they're not my age, but they're not kids or teenagers. Like they're very much thinking of like their future and their jobs and their careers and who they want to be with and marriage, and so there's like all that, and then like the worry of like death and having to save people and fights, and there's so much in it. I am obsessed. I will probably end up like finishing recording this video. Alexa, what notification do I have?
One new notification.
One sec.
From Amazon Shopping.
Yes.
4 shipments are due to arrive today.
Did I get 4? I can't remember. I think I did. Yeah, I got the phone case. Yeah. Amazon. Anyway, it wanted me to know that I will probably end up going and... Oh no, there is something else arriving today. So there is. One sec. My nephew. Anyway, I will probably end up finishing up this video and then going and reading the book because I'm going to chill this morning. I've already washed my face, so I'm going to do a bit of a pamper as well, and I've put a good bit away, so I'm going to sit down and read for a little bit. But yeah, I cannot put the books down. They are amazing. I would definitely highly recommend them to anyone who loves a good fantasy book about like potions and magic and everything. I would definitely highly recommend it. Highly recommend her as an author as well. Her writing style is amazing. Absolutely love it. But so this year I'm really happy with how I read. I didn't read as much as I would like. Also ignore my skin. I'm after having an itching fit. But yeah, I didn't read as much as I would like, but I definitely read more than I thought. I know some of them were very short books, but they were definitely a way to ease into my reading again. And I'm delighted with where I'm at now with my reading. So, in saying that, for next year, I have a bit of a plan set in place. So I'm not going to go like too crazy with my plan. Like I know one person I watch online, your one goobers, Gab, Evelyn, whatever you want to call her, she has read I think about 75 books or something like that. Like she could read a book in like 2 or 3 days. Not a very big novel, but one like the smaller novels she could read in like 2 or 3 days. The joys of having a job where you control the hours. So yeah, that's great. And having your own place to live, to be fair, helps as well, because you can kind of control what goes on in the house then. Like where you are and who's in the room with you, and you know what you're doing and everything. The joys of that. So she was able to read, I want to say about 75 books. So I don't, I think she was only supposed to read like 15. Something like that. Anyway, it was like a mad difference. I'm not going to go that crazy. But what I'm going to plan is maybe a book a month. So 12 books next year. One of which, yes, will be the Potion Diaries Part 3. Because I should I'm hoping to finish Part 2 kind of between today and tomorrow. Get that finished, and then on Wednesday start up Potion Diaries Part 1, so that is started at the beginning of the year. So that is my plan, although I do have another 50% of a book to read between today and tomorrow, but I'm not really doing that. So I should hopefully be able to just chill and do that. I do want to do a few streams. Ooh, wait a minute, can you see that? Not really. There's meant to be purple in my hair, it's not really. Anyway, so we'll see how I get on. If I'm a couple of days late, it's grand. But I'm planning on doing 12 books next year, 1 a month. Starting off with your one Amy to kind of get me into it, because I have a couple of her books saved that I want to read. So it might be like an Amy year for me reading, but we'll see. But there is a couple of her books that I want to read. If I can get more than 12 read next year, that'd be frigging amazing. But I'm aiming at 1 book a month. So like 25% of a book a week, which is pretty good to reading speed. I will say 25% of a book every week. I'll take it. It's pretty good. So if I can do that, that'd be amazing. But we'll see, because obviously like I'll be back to work and I'll be busy and I've got loads of stuff coming up. Next year we're planning to do as much as physically possible to like lose weight, get mental health in check, just like enjoy life, like we have a holiday and all. But I'm hoping 12 books minimum. That is the goal. 12 books minimum next year. Proper books, not short books. So if I do read any of the Ghost Twin books, I'm not going to count them. They will just be added extra books. There'll be bonus books that I will add in at the end of the year. So I'm hoping this time next year I'll be talking about like 12 books plus some bonus books, hopefully, that I'll be reading. But my aim is 12 books next year. I'm going to get myself a proper reading journal. So I can't order it yet because I don't have any money on my card. That really does look a bit purple, doesn't it? I put purple in my hair yesterday. It doesn't seem to want to show up, but anyway. So yeah, my goal next year, 12 books. I will, every time I read a book, do a video on it and talk to you about it. I will also do probably a blog post and an Instagram post on it. Sorry, TikTok. So yeah, I will probably do like an Instagram post, a blog post and a video on it, just to make sure all grounds are covered. So they are. I will do a video on my blog and Instagram another day. I might do it, I might end up recording it later, you never know. But for now, I'm just recording this one. So yeah, I'm really happy where I was with my book club this week, or this year. This year, obviously I got so much better coming to the end of the year. I was like, past like 2-3 months, digging into the books, Magpie Society, Potion Diaries, researching books, all this kind of stuff. And I'm delighted with where I'm at with my book reading now. Especially as someone with dyslexia, I find it really, really, really hard to get into a book and read it because the words and the writing confuse me. So I'm absolutely delighted where I'm at. If you have any book recommendations, I would love you to leave them in the comments so I can kind of look them up. Again, I'm not into romance. I'm not into comedy reading. I can't read them. But anything like crime, mystery, fantasy, maybe sci-fi. I haven't read a sci-fi book yet. But kind of stuff around that, like magic and kind of, you know, stuff like that I'm very much into. I saw someone stand at my door. I'm very much interested into. So if you have any recommendations of books that you have read, please do leave them in the comments below. And I will definitely check them out. Probably add them to my little reading list and hopefully I can get to them. If there's something that's going to like catch my attention, so to speak, I really want to get like some suggestion from you guys, you know? Because I am very much new to reading and being like a book lover. I've always loved reading, but I was very much like Jacqueline wasn't. Just them kind of books growing up was all I ever read. So I really want to get into the more this kind of style reading. Yes, I know, I will take some more steps now. But yeah, so keep an eye out because the book club is starting up properly from next week. In the sense of I am going to be reading. And from January I will be doing hopefully 1 video a month talking about the book I read that month. So keep an eye out for that. And I will see you guys in the next video soon. Bye.